Ever heard of an African empire that was one of the four great powers of the ancient world, alongside Rome, Persia, and China? An empire so rich, it minted its own gold coins, so advanced, it built monolithic stelae taller than houses. Today, we're uncovering the story of a forgotten giant, the incredible kingdom of Aksum. Imagine a bustling kingdom, nestled in the highlands of modern-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, right at the crossroads of ancient trade routes. This was Aksum, and its location was pure genius. From around the 1st century AD, its ships sailed the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean, connecting the mighty Roman Empire with the distant riches of India and beyond. They weren't just middlemen, they were a powerhouse. What were they trading? Think luxury goods? We're talking fragrant incense like frankincense and myrrh, exotic animal skins, precious ivory, shimmering tortoise shells, and most importantly, gold. So much gold, in fact, that Aksum became one of the first African kingdoms to mint its own currency. Their coins, stamped with Greek and the local GS script, have been found as far away as India and even England, showing just how far their influence stretched. It was a globalized world, even back then, and Aksum was at its very heart. But Aksum wasn't just about wealth. It was about monumental ambition. Just look at the city of Aksum itself, a UNESCO World Heritage Site today. The skyline was dominated by gigantic, single-stone obelisks, or stelae. The largest of them, the Great Stelae, would have stood over 33 meters, taller than a 9-story building, and weighed more than 500 tons. Carved to look like multi-story buildings with fake doors and windows. These weren't just markers. They were symbols of power, wealth, and engineering mastery, believed to mark the tombs of their powerful kings. How they quarried, transported, and erected these massive stones with the technology of the time remains a subject of awe and debate. Then, something transformative happened. In the 4th century, a king named Hosanna made a decision that would change the course of history for his kingdom and the entire region. He converted to Christianity. This made Aksum one of the very first Christian kingdoms in the world, even before many parts of Europe. This conversion wasn't just a personal choice. It became the state religion. King Hosanna even replaced the traditional crescent and disc symbols on his coins with the Christian cross. This deep-rooted faith has endured for centuries and is the foundation of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church today. Legend also ties Aksum to one of the greatest mysteries of all time, the Ark of the Covenant. According to the Ethiopian national epic, the Kebra Nagast, the Ark, containing the 10 Commandments, was brought to Ethiopia by Menelik I, the son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. The story goes that it was carried to Aksum and is housed to this day in a small chapel next to the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion, guarded by a single monk who is the only person allowed to see it. Whether fact or legend, this powerful belief has shaped the identity and faith of the Ethiopian people for millennia. So, what happened to this mighty empire? Like all great powers, Aksum eventually faced its decline. Starting around the 7th century, a combination of factors began to weaken its grip. The rise of new powers in the region shifted trade routes away from the Red Sea, cutting off Aksum's primary source of wealth. This was coupled with environmental challenges, possibly over-farming and climate change, which strained their resources. The empire slowly contracted, moving its capital further inland, and its international influence faded. The once bustling ports grew quiet, and the great empire of gold and trade gradually receded into the highlands, becoming the lost kingdom we speak of today. But Aksum was never truly lost. Its legacy is alive and breathing. It gave rise to the medieval Ethiopian Empire, and its language, Jayus, is still the sacred language of the Ethiopian Church. Its pioneering Christian faith continues to be a cornerstone of national identity. And those incredible stelae still stand, silent witnesses to a time when an African kingdom stood shoulder to shoulder with the greatest empires on earth. The story of Aksum reminds us that history is full of powerful, innovative civilizations from all corners of the globe, many of which are just waiting to be rediscovered. Thanks for joining us on this journey back in time. If you were amazed by the story of Aksum, hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the forgotten corners of history. Let us know in the comments what ancient civilization we should explore next. See you in the next video.